Good evening. Thank you for joining us this evening. I am Sue Gilbert, your host and an artist. This is my partner, Susan Bird, and she is also an artist. She's my muse and my mentor, and she comes from another realm. She's actually a spirit guide. So a couple of years ago, I was sitting around working in my sketchbook, making sketches for an upcoming show called Put a Bird on It. It was a juried art show, and I thought perhaps with a title like that, they might like some of my whimsical drawings. I don't know. So I worked on it, and I came up with, here's some ideas. Okay, a bird in a boat, put a bird on it, bird over a freeway, another bird over a freeway. Oh my goodness, yes. So this was 2018. Here's the White House, and here's a big fluffy bird looking in the mirror. Got a few more birds here. Birds with cars, having a little trouble with cars. There's a bird reading on an egg. And finally, there's a bird on the word it, because after all, the show is called Put a Bird on It. So after spending a while generating these thumbnails, I ran out of ideas completely, and none of them looked very exciting to me. So I just felt this veil of despair kind of sit on me. And I had all these thoughts like, what do I think I'm doing? I'm not good enough for an art show. This isn't real art. I don't know what I'm doing. And all of a sudden, I heard a voice, and it said, put Susan Bird on it. Just like that, really imperious and commanding. And I looked up and I said, who is Susan Bird? And she said, I am the world's greatest artist. And I shot back because that kind of bugged me, She was bragging. Oh, no, no, no. You can't do that, Susan. You can't beat all those dead men. Well, of course, that was my irreverent way of saying the grand masters, Michelangelo, Raphael, Vermeer. And she was saying she was the world's greatest artist. So I was kind of miffed. But after I challenged her, I felt the energy go down and almost like a sigh, kind of a sad sigh. So I said, well, why don't we call you the world's greatest living artist? And I think she thought about that for a minute. And suddenly I felt this large smile kind of envelop me and this feeling of warmth and coziness. And when I describe talking to the spirit, which I don't do very often or hadn't before that, it isn't as though I have any auditory experience whatsoever. No, it's more as though the words drop into my mind along with some kind of flavor, emotional flavor, like in her case, it was imperiousness, I am this, or sadness, or sweetness and kindness. So the words come accompanied with feelings, but I don't actually hear them. Anyway, after that introduction, we started to work together. We had so much fun. And she would come in the mornings when I was sketching, and I would just sketch anything. It was so freeing. It was so freeing. She pulled me out of this little box of what an artist is, what an artist should do, how an artist should do it. And we just generated a ton of drawings with no goal in mind. So being a Virgo and being very straightforward and having a list of lists, this was so freeing for me. It was so welcome. I mean, nothing was out of bounds. It's been a delight. It's been a delight working with her. And I wanted to bring it up because people say, well, who's Susan Bird? And I did name the company after her because if it weren't for Susan, I never would have had the oomph to make a brand or to do anything, to really get a business going. And we do have a business, and we've created over 100 pieces of art and a book, and we put them on products, and we've had fun with it. And the whole purpose is to really spread this feeling of encouragement and light and delight and joy and warmth. So we call it playful art with heart, which it is. So I wanted to encourage all of you who might want this experience to just listen for the voice, listen, internally, hear it, open yourselves, make time, and you'd be surprised who's going to come through and how so many of the spirits from another realm really want the best for us and are here to help us. So I hope you've enjoyed this little introduction to me and Susan working together. And I hope you enjoy our channel because we'll be coming back with a lot of different ideas and experiences. So if you do like this episode, please check like on YouTube and also follow us. And would love it if you would write a comment. It would mean a great deal. I will read them all with great pleasure. So with that being said, I wish you all good night and thank you so much for joining us. Bye for now.